All right, so I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. I just hate seeing a non picture not there. But yeah, I just want to have a conversation with you guys on something very quick and easy. Um, something that's just very logical because I'm learning as I travel out through life. A lot of people, especially that be coming to social media, bring a lot of their issues. What's going on? Truism, Shay Love, Snowman. A lot of people bring a lot of their problems, issues, grievances, drama. A lot of them bring them towards wrong banner. They bring them towards social media, and you have to be very mindful of that because they will make their problems your problems. Um, and that seems to be a big thing. What's going on, Liza? How you doing? That seems to be a big problem uh, happening. That's why I say being dragged into people's depression, torment, bitterness of their hell. And you're going to see more of that throughout the year as time progresses. More people will most likely have more psychological issues, traumas, and development. hmm No, much appreciated for that, Liza. Hit me up in email. Um, most people they will start pushing um their torment of their hell onto you, and it's incumbent upon you to you can choose to listen. I don't have a problem with hearing somebody out and just being a listening ear. Maybe that's probably they just might need that. Say, hey, can somebody just hear it? But it's something different when they're choosing not to do the self work, the self care, the assessment of themselves and of their surrounding, and say, hey, okay, I get that this is happening. And see, this is why you're seeing a lot of these panels where these people are getting on these panels and up in life, and they're coming on with their torment of their hell. They're coming with their issues, their problems, their grievance, and they're pressing it on other people to stew in their torment of their judge of their like mental cycle. And you gotta have that discernment to say, you know what, that's not my life. That's not for me. That's not those aren't my demons. I don't have to take on your problems. That's not my future. And they will turn on you, or they will hate you, or they will have an anger or towards you because you're choosing not to be a victim. What's going on, Angels Army? Love you too, bro. See, I choose not to sit in other people. Like when other people get on panel, I've seen people get on panels, and we're talking about something totally different, and they start putting their problems of their suffrage onto other people. And I'll be like, bro, like What's going on, man? Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are y'all trying to push out there? Like, I've seen that where I'm trying to have a simple dialogue with just women, and they start going into some gender kind of crap. Well, the men, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't say the men. Just say your man. These women, no, 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 no. Say the woman you chose. Stop trying to put us in your hell. See, that's the thing. There's a movie called Drag Me to Hell, and the woman was constantly trying to find other people to put into her situation rather than her deal with it herself. And see, you have where a lot of people are coming around and they're trying to imprint their suffrage onto you. I just don't. I'm not going to go to other people's. Like I don't. I get it. I recognize there is depression out there. I myself have and deal with depression. I have had things happen to me that have tormented me, and I have had some bitterness of certain things in my life that were out of my control. But what I will not do is I will not put my anxieties onto other people and say it is your fault of why I am what I am or why I'm going through what I am. No, that is for me to do the self work. The problem is you have people who have self inflicted issues that they like to put onto other people. Let me say that again. You have people who have self inflicted issues that they can go get help for, but choose to rather see other people because, of course, misery loves company. Misery loves company. It's even in the Bible that the devil already knows he's going to be destroyed. He's going to hell. So he says, how many other souls can I take with me? How many other souls can I actually get on my side? And so he actually tries to get other people to co-sign onto his plan. This is why so many people love to see that of other suffrage. You ever notice that when something bad is happening at a job, people like to get together and conglomerate and like congregate and complain, talk about, oh man, this person, that person, this and that, and they'll sit there at the. I remember that they'll congregate at the smoke pit in the break office, and all they would yam 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 yam. Just just go in and talk on negativity. But the ones that actually are like, hey, I'm working my way up the ladder, or I'm trying to get to that position, they start turning on you. Well, hold up. I thought we were cool when we all were in the trenches. Now that I got myself out of the trench, now that I'm doing the self care, the self work, I'm reassessing my life, I'm getting myself together. Now y'all see me as the opt. Now you see me as the problem. I've seen it in these spaces where a man has issues with a woman, the man handles his issues, finds himself a good woman, and rather than being received and respected, well, you better watch out. She's gonna take your money. Better watch out. She's gonna take your freedom. I'm like, why? Why would y'all put that kind of torment over that man's life? Why would you? But see, demons only know how to speak nothing but negativity on a man or a woman. You'll have it where you'll hear some women, they will be cool with another woman until they start seeing her receive her blessings. Till she starts getting her house in order. Then that's when the snide remarks start coming. She thinks she's better than us. Y'all remember back in the day when she was like this, she was like that? Keyword, that was her past. That was their past. If that was their past and they move forward from that into a more positive setting of their life, why are you still bringing that up? And see, that's why I always second, that's why I have to start, I have to start cutting off from a lot of people, man. What's going on, Beach? People love seeing the downfall because it's good commentary, it's good news. But the minute you start maneuvering in your blessing, the minute you start doing and actually reaching your true potential, that's when people start looking for your faults. They want to see the chink. They don't want to see you shine. They rather see you actually die out. I'm trying to tell you right now, man. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. You have it where you'll hear more of these people talk about, hey, we need to come together, we need to do this, we need to do that. But to what extent? The best videos that you're gonna see that surmount in these spaces are that of torment, complaining, and disbelief and negativity. There and I'll watch it and I'll say, what is it about being so bitter and hateful that keeps you going? How can you talk about that you want to see the good in people when all you do is spew out nothing but hatred? And I will see this over and over and time again. Like I'm not gonna lie, man. I know what I am going to talk about that on the panel. I am going. No, I don't need a panel. I am going to talk about that next topic. That I need y'all to keep y'all gender war bullshit of whatever your man or your woman did to you. I need y'all to keep that shit to yourselves. Stop jumping on my panels and telling me about the men need to teach the men. No, you need to tell your husband to teach your children. Don't tell me what the men. I'm not your damn man. The women need to know, you need to tell the mother of your child. You got people talking about what other people should be doing, but then when you actually look at the background of their life, it doesn't surmount to what they're talking about. It doesn't. You have people that would rather try to throw shade on other people rather than deal with their own demons of their issues. See, I don't mind talking about my shortcomings because those were my shortcomings. I'm not. I removed from there. I was there for a season, and I can admit that. I have no problem talking about how I had shortcomings. I have no problem talking about how I fell from grace. I'm not trying to look for empathy. I'm not trying to look for people to look for some type of justifiable reason of why. Well, it was because of these people. Okay, things happen. Arrows were thrown at me. I probably took some damage. I lost some money. I've lost some friends along the way. I've had depression. I've been abused mentally, psychologically, physically. I've had these things happen. But it was up to me to do that of the work and say, okay, so long as I'm still breathing, so long as I still have the ability to do something about it, why am I going to just sit here? I cannot just sit here and just take out my frustration on everybody else. I can make a difference and change my life. And when I start understanding that, like I used to have anxiety about, oh my gosh, money, 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 money. I used to always have anxiety saying, whoa, it's not fair this. I'm always don't have money that. These people always take my money. I always have to spend money. When is the woman gonna do this? When is the woman gonna do that? I had all those kind of negative thoughts in my mind. And I'm like, hold up, wait, 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 wait. Did I not say I want to be the man of my house? Did I not see I want to be taking charge of my situation? Did I not say that I want to be that of a positive influence? Did I not say I wanted to have that of a strong patriarchy hold in my life and in my children's life? I did say that. So if I spoke those things into existence, it was upon me. I maybe didn't understand that of the road I was going to have to walk to be to that ascension. See, people always talk about how they want these affirmations in their life. I want a family. I want children. I want a better job. I want a house. I want more money. X, Y, and Z. People, I always hear people say, I want, I want, I want, I want, I want. But what are you willing to do to get what you want or to be at where you want to be? I wanted I wanted an even bigger home. So that means it was going to come with more financial responsibilities. I wanted I wanted my children to see a positive father figure. That would mean I would have to make the decisions of accountability. I would have to be the presence in their life, whether I wanted to or not. You think every day I want to, Dad, I missed the bus. Come on, man. Get your backpack. Get a banana. Get a Park Tart. Get a juice. Get in the car. Come on, man. Are you mad at me? Yes, I am upset that you missed the bus. However, guess what? I have to get you to school because I'm your father. I have to go in there, sign them in, get them in there because I wanted that smoke. I wanted that accountability. I wanted that responsibility. I said, God, this is what I want. And guess what? He answered. He said, I'm going to give it to you, but are you going to be willing and able to take care of what I give you? And see, that's the thing about it I'm learning. A lot of people speak that they want this type of work, that they want these types of things, but then when they actually start dealing with it, they start getting timid and scared. They do. I want a woman to submit. Women need to learn their place. They don't want this. They don't want that. Whoa, 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 whoa. First off, the women in my life are never going to submit to you. That's. Let's just get that out the way. The women in my life will never submit to you because first off, you're not their man that they will deal with. Just like the men in my life would never listen or respond to you. You're just not the guy that they would ever, or girl that they would ever see that they have to deal with or tolerate. You always hear people talk about what other people need to do. But then when you ask them, what are you doing and where are you at in your life? They have a problem with answering it. They see that as, here we go. And see, this is the problem I have going forward with a lot of this stuff. A lot of these talks on these panels and all this shit, they're not holistic. They're not really holistic, man. You got a woman telling men how they should be better men. And there's a flaw in that. Because first of all, you're not that of a man. You can give me your suggestions of what you feel should be your ideal man, but you're not a man. First off, you have no tutelage of that of the art of walking as a man. You're pretty, if that. I get it. You you're speaking on women. Y'all need to be like this. You need to be like this. And I'm like, I get the gimmick. I get the goal. But then I'll say, where's your man? Are you being attentive to your man? I always wondered this, and this is the funny thing. The women teaching the men how to be better men, where is that better man by your side? You're teaching and you're building men, but the man that you wanted to be built, how does a woman build a man? You can support me, but if you got to build me, then truly, there's already a chink in my armor. I didn't build myself up. I needed somebody else to build me. You got men trying to teach women how to be women. I think this is why we got a lot of goddamn sus fairy boys walking around now. This is why the LGBT men. This is why I can't tell the difference between these dudes now that are. Well, I get a lot of pussy. Well, I can't tell. Well, you're telling. I mean, I guess are you becoming what you eat now? I mean, don't get me wrong. I can tell you what I inferred that of how a woman should maneuver. But ultimately, that's going to be a talk between the woman. What's going on, Wacky? Shout out to Wacky. Very, very, very logical man. I always find it funny. You got different people, and see, just because people are going through their torment of their hell, I want you to understand this. Don't mean they're going to show that they're all jacked up, messed up, that they looking disgruntled. Sometimes it actually can be something as to, excuse me, whereas to they look functional, but they're actually dysfunctional in the head. Hear me when I say they practice the art of looking functional, but they're actually dysfunctional. I find it interesting. TD Jakes was talking to TD Jakes is a bishop that has led and taught many men and many women on how a household should be. Yet within his own household, he's had pedophilia. He's had his daughter running loose. He's had different situations of financial issues. But the man is teaching y'all how to be better men. Now, this is not me taking a shot at the bishop, but this is me making a fair assessment from one man to the next man. See, I can assess another man, just like another man can assess me. That's fair. Somebody told me, BMT, you're not a good guy. I'm not a good guy. I'm just a guy on this earth, just a man. I do what I need to do to take care of what I need to be taken care of as a man. I don't I'm not going to pander to any type of multifaceted bullshit because that's what you want me to say. That's what you want me to go by. That's why we having so many flaws now. I think we pander way too much. We pander way too much. Rather than actually say, hey, you know what? I hear you. I get it. But now what are you going to do about it? Well, and see, that's the thing about it. That's why we started having issues in a lot of social digital spaces. People started saying, okay, here we are on. There we go. So here we have it where people people have different beliefs, different political affiliation, different mindsets. It's all good. I have no. I mean, I have no problem. Like what helps you get there to where you're at. However, I would definitely want to ask the question. Yeah, watch that. Watch that. I would want to ask the question: is that your crutch? Sorry about that. I got my kid washing something in front of me. Is that your crutch? Is that the thing that keeps you afloat? Like, you know what I'm saying? And see, the thing about it is, you got to be careful when you have an emotional crutch because see that now becomes your absorbent drug. And see, that's something that a lot of people don't want to actually um, admit to that they have a crutch. That and if they don't learn how to actually be functional without that crutch, then they won't last very long because they'll always be dependent to go back. This is why you're seeing what is going on with a lot of people on social media, where they need certain validation, they need certain empathetic talking points and pleading points, because sad to say, they're lost. They're stuck in hell. See, I never trust somebody. All they do is get online and all they say, "Hallelujah, thank you, Jesus." Um, y'all. And then after that, for a while, then they start acting like a fool and they hang with a bunch of fools. So hold on. You're talking, you're gaslighting outside of your talking points. I'm trying to let a lot of y'all understand this, man. Like a lot of these talking points, and see people say, "Well, BMT, what are you?" Hold on now. I call it straight down the middle for what it is. You can always put me to the test. You can all. I've never not have had an open door policy. I am not beyond reproach. I am not beyond being assessed. I am not beyond being called out. I've had that happen. Because you know what? The thing about it, I understand. I am that of a man. And if I cannot be judged by my peers, then truly can I say that I'm trying to get better? Can I say I'm getting better? A lot of people don't want to admit that hey, we can all get better. We can all use improvement. I don't have no shame in admitting that. If I don't know, then guess what? I just don't know. That doesn't make me any less than. any more than I think some people feel a lot of pressure that, oh wait, if I know this, then guess what? I am more superior than that person. Yeah, okay. If you want to say that. No, 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 turn that over. Turn that over. Yeah, like that. And that's fine. That's fine. That's okay to say that. That's okay. There you go. That's better. That's okay to say I'm not fully adequate to that level yet. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Don't have no vitriol. Don't be angry. Somebody's always trying to sun me. And that's another thing. Them words that people be using, sunning, daughtering, all that other stuff. You know, get out your feelings. My God. My God. Like it's crazy that the older people are telling people to get out their feelings when they get on panels and they're emotional as fuck. I always find that was hilarious. They get on, scream, holler, start shouting, "This is how we talk, homie." No, that's not how functional people talk. They get on the troll, act a fool. I'm like, do y'all do this normally? This is what y'all normally do? Like, if you want to just say you just want to get on just to do some fuck shit, then go to where you can go do the fuck shit. Don't why go around people that just want to just, hey, we're here to talk about something. Why go do some fuck shit around with people trying to actually have a conversation? I can't do a 2 to 6 hour panel about complaining. I just can't do it, man. I be mentally checking out. I be mentally checking out. But I'm like, I can't stay mad that long. I just can't stay mad that long. It's just not worth it. Hell, I don't even know how y'all do. Listen, man. Anybody that can stay angry that long, you got some deep seated issues going on, man. That you need to probably get looked at, assessed. You know, get reacquired with life. If you're always stressing out, listen, man. You got some stuff that you probably need to, you know, take into account why your life is the way it is. You know, I can understand like, oh man, I got this test, I got this, but then after a certain point, you gotta start saying, hey, you know what? I still got health, I still got strength, I still can make a change. The problem is, I think a lot of people are afraid of change. A lot of people are afraid of change. I get on, and I don't mind joking, but I'm also not gonna allow people to put their narrative of their problems on me. I'm just not gonna do that. There's no point. There's no point. Why? Why be negative? Why carry on this type of anger and vitriol? You know, I used to do that, and I learned it just took way too much more effort to be that negative. I watch people talk about, oh man, you know, women are this and that, men got this and that, and I'm like, oh, cool. They got their gender issues going on. Like, I don't give a flying fuck about what somebody. And this is how you know people are getting stupid. Somebody would get online and make a comment or a statement about that of gender, right? And people feel it's incumbent upon them that they have to answer or reply back. I kid you not. They make it. They take it incumbent upon them that something about what they're going to say to that person is going to be a revelation to stunt or stop them. Like I mean, literally everything that was is said on the internet, you don't have to reply to. You do know that, people. You do know it's not. Guess what I heard on the internet? Guess what? So why are men? I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't care. I don't care. It's only a bunch of weirdos or people who care about other people's lives. When worry about your own damn life. Worry about your own self. I never understood that. You got more people that wake up and worry about celebrities who don't even know that you exist or that you're alive. You got more people worrying about what a woman does on goddamn IG. And I'm like, you do know you're giving source of power to that of the same thing that you complain about. If you don't care about that type of behavior, well, it's going to, well, guess what? Keep that of your flock in check. But the thing about it is you have to have a flock. But I would honestly say this. It's more so with people who are living in a certain type of life or a bubble. Um, Dog needs to go out. Okay. More so with people living in a certain life or flock. They, for the most part, have it where. Hold on. Second. So they more so have it where as to if I can't control the narrative, then I'll make up my own type of narrative. Dudes get online. They like talking about fucking, and how they all are Johns. What's up, Jason Bachelor? Let's rebuild. Well, you can already do that. I mean, but the question is, when they talk about let's rebuild, what are y'all trying to rebuild? You know, and that's fair. That's something that I would ask anybody. Well, let's have the conversation. Okay, so what would your conversation be about? And then after the conversation, what then? You gotta ask people that. I always hear people say, "Well, I'm bringing notice to this." No, you have an issue of agreement of something that bothers you, and after you bring notice to that, what then? What then? Oh my God, the gas prices are going up. Okay, so what are you going to do? Are you going to be more better with your money? These are all facts. Let's keep it real. No, and I agree. Like I said, I try to tell people because I mean, like I said, I'm only giving an assessment of the temperature of what I see that of society through my eyes, as I can say. Through my eyes, I'm only telling y'all how I see society. Some people say there's no problem. It's doing just fine. Other people say, well, god dang, like we're done for. We're screwed. I heard a woman online tell me yesterday that her mom was okay with her as a teenager dating a 23-year-old. And I was like, that is immensely dysfunctional. Why would your mom be for you a teenager still in school to be dating a 23-year-old man? And she said, well, he's aiming to marry me. And I said, that's what all naive women, or naive, I won't just say naive women, because just naive people would say. Do you date to marry or do you date to fuck? Well, let's just say, can it just be you just want to date? Because that's your self interest. And did that honestly help you? Because if you made it all the way to you being 29, then I guess you wouldn't dating to marry, because everybody you were dating, and you got to think, we're going off allegedly off of just one person's words. We don't know about y'all kissing, tonguing, fingering. We don't know what y'all were doing in the car. I know some people say, well, I'm still a virgin because all I did was have anal sex. My virginity is still intact. That is a very, 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 very. You must. You can't make a solution with someone who thrives on the problem, and I agree. I realized that when I was on that panel that yesterday. I'm like, wait a second. I'm talking about dysfunctional characteristics of behavior. This person was thriving in a dysfunctional characteristic, but they want the men to maneuver a certain type of way. You're just not that person. And see, at some point, I got to start understanding and recognizing, and I accept that fault, that when somebody is not qualified to speak or on that type of level of that job, you got to set them down. I think that's a problem we have with the churches or politics. When you start realizing certain people are not qualified, the best thing you can do is say you're just not the person for the job. You're just not equipped. What's going on, Joe? You're just not equipped. You're not the person for that. I'm finding out there is more sexual deviancy. Hang on, coming. Sorry about that, guys. I'm fixing my office. So, ta-da! Office cleaned up. Ta-da! I'm finding out there's more sexual deviancy, mommy and daddy issues, and problems going on, and people willfully just get up on social media and pretend like they are, no problem. I'm doing just fine. And I'd be like, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. I think we got to have. I think there's a realization of reality that a lot of people have disattached themselves from that of their problems. They have, because it's easier to say that's not me, because they psychologically remove themselves. I can own that. Hey, I've had problems. I still do have problems, but I don't put or make my problems and put them on other people. Just don't. There's no point. There's no point. But you do have it where other people, they will do that. They will do that. This is how they survive. It's a survival tactic. You have a lot of men that talk about that, of the woes of women. And I gotta be for real. They'll say, well, you can't play this type of content around your women, because if you do, your woman will probably leave you. No shit. I'm not gonna play any of this weirdo shit around anybody functional that I'm dealing with because it's not functionality. I would never play any of this weirdo content on YouTube around any man or woman. I'm not gonna lie. When you play this shit around most men or women, they think this place is fucked up. Take that shit to the bank. That's why a lot of these men and women can't show their faces. They can't because then they actually have to deal with oh shit. So that's the person saying that. That's the person. See, that's the beauty about when you go to a psychologist or a therapist or a counselor or you go to confession. There's nobody knows. You're not nobody's supposed to know who it is that's making that confession. Nobody's supposed to know who's the person that's saying that behind the veil. Father, I have sinned. What have you done? Go ahead. Start speaking. So when they get on a panel, it's like YouTube, I have sinned. What have you done? I had sex with so and so, this, and I thought it was something, but it didn't happen like that. So I say, like it is what it is. As I started looking at it, I said, okay, so you're doing your confessional to me. As you're doing your confessional, I'm starting to understand that okay, what you're saying has a ramification. That's why I call it the berserker. But I mean, I don't get it, but I get it. I mean, no offense, but Guts would be the biggest simp in anime. Technically, I'm just being honest. Guts would be a simp if y'all actually quantified Guts. He did everything he did for a woman that literally, saw what happened to her. So that would quantify Guts as a simp. So, we don't want to use Guts. But I get it. After Griffin did what Griffin did, I probably said, you should just go kill Griffin. But nah, he kind of, yeah. Hey, like I said, y'all, I don't know if y'all want to have these anime conversations with me on some of these things. I'd be like, that guy, yeah, guy is not the guy you want to use for that conversation. And that's the thing about it. I'm trying to understand. A lot of these conversations that are happening, they're spoken from that of a narrative. Um, yeah, just let me know, man. Let me know. My call thing is emptied out. Like I said, I can just tell you right now, Guts is a simp. So, and stuff he did for stuff he did for his girl who got ran through, had a mutant bastard baby and all that stuff. Yeah, sorry, but Gus will fall into that train wreck, just like Mario. You know, I mean, his whole girl had trauma. So hell, goddamn, Guts' story is trauma. That just shows the ugly of humanity. You know, um, yeah. I won't refute that. I can't refute that some of the stuff they have validity. I'm never not going to say that, but I always ask that of the source of where it's coming from. You know, Superman had an identity crisis. People like Superman, but Superman had an identity crisis. Superman wanted to be considered that of, hey, I am a human, but I'm also a Kryptonian. But then again, I also want to do good. But then again, I don't think everybody ever criticized Superman. Well, except Batman and a few other people. That hey, dude, in a lot of your battles, you do a lot of damage. Like you do a lot of damage to the city. Like, do you pay any of that back when you do your battles? Like, you could literally have knocked the guy into space. You could have knocked the dude somewhere out of Metropolis. You never did that. Shouldn't you be thankful I saved the day? Like, okay, cool. See, here's the thing about the difference between Batman and Superman. Wayne Enterprises fixes the city after the damages are done. Superman doesn't have any money to fix the city. He just goes back to Lois Lane. So, when you think about it, I'm like, well, damn, you didn't really, you just, You did your thing. You got your fame, your glory, and the key to the city, but you didn't really fix anything. You know what I'm saying? You got your psychological issues, but you didn't actually solve anything. To be fair, Lex Luthor predominantly did what he was doing because he was attracted to that of saying, I want to be the one that toppled Superman. So he was attracted to of that of that torment of saying that there's something higher above me. Technically, when Lex Luthor became the president, he already had beaten Superman. He literally could have just said, I outlaw superheroes in the United States. Boom. If he would have just said that, that literally would have ended his problem. I don't know why nobody didn't think about that, but literally he could just say, I outlaw superheroes. Done. It's all over. It's over. It's all over with. The thing about it is I'm seeing more and more that people are bringing their assortment of issues on to panels. They bring their issues with gender onto panels. They bring their issues of mommy traumas on the panels. They bring their issues of daddy walking out on them on the panels. They bring their issues of I could not I couldn't fix my home, so that way no man can have a home on their panel. They bring their issue of I have children, I sorted out, but the woman said that she didn't want to have no more kids with me on the panel. I am a failed mother on the panels. I am a failed wife on the panel. I watch people bring their failures of torment and issues onto panels every other time. And when you start to listen to them, but see, sometimes I always tell people on my panels, just be quiet and listen. Be quiet and listen, and they will reveal themselves. See, a spirit will always say his name. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll see it where people will holistically, they'll start telling you where their shortcomings are. And when they start doing that, then you have to acquire, okay, so you're saying your problems and you're telling us that. But what are you going to do about that? What are you trying to accomplish from that? I think one of the things about it is that we have it whereas people have actually, you know, lived certain lives, put out situations of issues and stuff. Try to make it more than what it seems. It's not. Now, truism, Diderot, come on now. I think we have. I think we have a big problem with that. Big problem with that. A lot of people have demons that they're dealing with, and they think that they can somehow press it upon other people. No, thank you, truism. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like I said, man, I heard what happened yesterday. I listened. I listened. There's a lot of issues of stuff going on, definitely in the community, definitely in society that probably are not assessed. And when people don't get the proper help, they're not properly getting assessed or attain. I mean, attention to it. It gets really messy. All right, y'all. I did an hour. I'll be doing my next one about the gender issue. All right. I'll see you guys later. Peace.